everybody, Mark, aka The Nerdy Punk, back again today for a new video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying cool out there. I know we're in the midst of a heat wave here across the United States. I think it was 97 at one point today where I live, which is just insane. But I've had a little bit of an interesting day. I wasn't planning on doing this particular video today. I was planning on doing a different video. I was going to watch The Bike Riders today, which is the new film. Stars Austin Butler, Jodie Comer, and Tom Hardy, among many others. And I was excited to watch that movie. I was actually at the theater. I'd already filmed the intro to my video. I'm sitting in the theater, got my nice popcorn, soda. I'm chilling. The beginning, like, preview for AMC starts, and then boom, power goes out. I did not realize it was going to storm today. We got some pretty intense thunderstorms in my area, and it completely knocked out the power at the movie theater, and the movie theater actually shut down for the day because they didn't estimate the power to be restored until the end of the night. So I had a wild journey home. The entire city was basically power out all over. There were trees down all over the place. If I find some video of some of the storm, I'll put it in the video here to give you guys a clue of what it was like, because it was just absolutely brutal. So what I ended up doing here is I decided I still wanted to do a video today. And I've had this video planned for a while, so today we're going to look at my top 10 summer movies. So maybe I'll throw in some storm footage here real quick, and then I'll be right back and to go over my top 10 favorite summer movies. All right, so yeah, that weather was a nightmare. Okay, so these are in no particular order. These are just 10 of my favorite movies to watch during the summertime, and it also gives me an opportunity to show off some of these cool physical releases. So first up, again, no particular order. First up is Major League. Of course, summer is baseball season. I'm a big baseball fan, and this is one of my favorite baseball movies. It's a great comedy. It's got the baseball element in there if you're a baseball fan, but you could enjoy this even if you're not a baseball fan. This is the cool 4K Steelbook, which comes with these really awesome magnets that you can customize your Steelbook with. These are just really cool. This release came out earlier this year. Haven't had a chance to watch this yet this summer, so I haven't checked out the 4K release, but that's what it looks like and everything. Pretty cool. Like I said, love baseball movies. Great comedy. Charlie Sheen's really good in this. Really, the whole cast is good. It's a hilarious movie. It does exactly what it needs to do. Next up, this is the only one I don't own a physical copy of, and that is Boogie Nights. This is from 1997, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. By the way, real quick, Major League was directed by David S. Ward, released in 1989. So yeah, Boogie Nights from PTA. This is my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie at the moment, and it, to me, is just a perfect summer vibe. It's set in Los Angeles. It's got really good performances. Mark Wahlberg, this is probably the best thing that he did, because I'm not a big Mark Wahlberg fan typically, but I really like him in this movie. It's funny. It's dark at times. It's just a fantastic overall package. I really enjoy Boogie Nights. Next one, Midsummer. Of course, summer is in the title. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. This was released in 2019, directed by Ari Aster. And this is one of my favorite A24 movies. It's such a unique horror film. If you're looking for a horror film for the summer, this is a great pick because it's almost all set during the daylight. And it's based upon a real... well, not all the events that happen in the movie are not real, but it's based upon a real-life festival, the Midsummer Festival in Sweden, and of course it takes a horrific turn, but the actual, like, circumstances are real, right? There's a midsummer holiday in Sweden, also in Sweden and that part of the world just in general. It's almost 24 hours of daylight during this time of the year, so That's why there's almost no darkness, and horror movies normally thrive on darkness. So it's really creative and different to see a horror film that's almost exclusively in the light. So I love that. If you like the movie The Wicker Man, this almost feels like a Wicker Man ripoff. There's a lot of elements, a lot of similarities. So if you like The Wicker Man, you would love this movie, I have a feeling. Next up, another one, of course, all these kind of have summer settings here. Call Me By Your Name, released in 2017 by Luca Guadagnino. The setting here is perfect. This is a story that's really kind of universal. You don't have to watch this in the summer, but it is set over the summer in Italy, and it's just the perfect summer vibe. And the story here is fantastic. Great performances. Unfortunately, it does star Armie Hammer. This was before we kind of learned he wasn't a great person, but it also stars Timothée Chalamet. This was like his breakthrough role in the United States, and really just in general, I think. But this kind of put him on the map. He got nominated for an Oscar. Fantastic music from Sufjan Stevens in this one, and it's just a great melancholic romance set in a beautiful summer setting. So this is a perfect one to watch in the summer. And the next one I actually forgot to pull, so let me go to the shelf, pick it up, and I will be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Next title is 12 Angry Men. This is another Criterion, maybe the first Criterion actually in my stack here, but the first of many. This is Spine number 591 in the Criterion Collection from 1957, directed by Sidney Lumet. If you somehow don't have this movie, this is a fantastic Criterion to pick up in the sale, which is coming up in the next week or so. So definitely looking forward to that, and this would be a fantastic one to pick up. It's got amazing performances. Henry Fonda is, of course, fantastic in the movie. The subject matter really doesn't have too much to do with the summer, but it is set in the summer, and it's set specifically on the hottest night of the summer. So you get just kind of that vibe. It's kind of like the heat wave that we're dealing with now. It's a great vibe to watch this movie in, because when things get hot, right, people get frustrated easily. People get angry, and then there's a great dialogue, heavy movie here, great story, and a lot of great debates going on. Basically, it follows a jury, and Henry Fonda's character is the only one that believes the defendant is innocent. So there's a lot of debate, a lot of anger, as the title suggests, and it's one of the best one-room movies ever, as it all takes place basically in this one room. So fantastic pick here, 12 Angry Men. If you don't have it, definitely recommend it. Next one, this is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood from 2019, directed by Quentin Tarantino. This is probably my favorite Tarantino movie. It goes kind of back and forth, but I love this movie so much. And I think it's everything that Tarantino does well, and it's very immersive. You are thrown into 1969 Hollywood. Most of it takes place in the summer, but of course any movie set in Hollywood to me has summer vibes, because I've always grown up in the Midwest where it gets very cold in the winter, and even in the winter in Southern California it's nice. So the summer is really the only time we get our little taste of that type of weather, and it's very reminiscent to me. Hollywood set movies are perfect for the summer, but it does also take place in the summer, and it's just that, again, perfect vibe. It's a fantastic movie. It's got great performances, really good script, a lot of great dialogue, fantastic movie. Next one, another Criterion release here, Do the Right Thing. Kind of similar to 12 Angry Men. It takes place during the summer on the hottest day of the year, and tensions are boiling on the hottest day of the year. I just recently rewatched this one this month, and it held up just as much as the first time. I loved it so much. This is Spine number 97 in the Criterion Collection from 1989, directed by Spike Lee. So if you happen to come across this Criterion set, definitely recommend it. I know it has a 4K release as well. I don't think through Criterion though, I think it's through another company, but I would not be shocked if this came to 4K through Criterion sometime in the near future. This seems like a title that would be pretty prime to be repressed into 4K by Criterion. But nonetheless, this Blu-ray release looks very good, and it's got a lot of great special features. It's a fantastic release, and the movie is fantastic. It really kind of deconstructs how hatred, racism, anger, how all these things kind of boil over in such an epic way in the movie. And it has so much to say about American culture and how we interact with each other, and New York especially as well. This is very New York movie. So this is a great film. Really love it. Do the right thing. Definitely recommend it. Next one up here, Jaws from 1975, directed by Steven Spielberg. This is going to be my 4th of July watch this year. I know a lot of people watch this movie on 4th of July. I've never seen it on 4th of July, but I have watched the movie. And of course, I love it. It's a classic. There's not really a whole lot that I can say about Jaws. It's arguably the first summer blockbuster. It's an endlessly iconic movie. Fantastic creature feature, but it's definitely not a horror movie. There's some horror elements to it, but I would not consider this a horror movie. I think this is a very accessible creature feature, and it is a classic that everybody needs to see. This is the lenticular 4K release. Very cool. Love it. Excited to dive into this. It's actually been a few years since I watched this, maybe like 4 or 5 years, so I'm excited to get back into it on 4th of July this year. All right, down to the final two, a couple more Criterion releases. A Brighter Summer Day. Of course, summer in the title. This is Spine 804 in the Criterion Collection, and it is from 1991, directed by Edward Yang, who is a fantastic Taiwanese filmmaker. So this film comes from Taiwan, and it's a very Taiwan movie. You kind of need to know a little bit about Taiwan and their history in order to completely understand this movie. So it's set in the 1950s, of course, in Taiwan, and this is right after the Chinese Civil War, where the Chinese nationalists basically fled to Taiwan and set up a quasi-dictatorship in Taiwan. So there's a lot of Taiwanese politics in the movie, but it's not a historical documentary by any means. The story really follows a group of adolescents in Taiwan. And this is a long movie. It's 236 minutes, so verging on 4 hours. It's a lot, but it's well worth it. It is so incredibly good. I watched it all in one setting the first time that I watched it. Definitely understandable if you have to break it up into 2 sittings, but I think this is well worth your time. It's got basically everything that makes movies special in it, in my opinion, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's one that I haven't revisited in a couple years, so I'm definitely going to watch it this summer. And then finally, I know this was no particular order, but this may be my favorite summer movie of all time, Y Tu Mamá También, another one of my favorites of all time. Also, Spine number 723 in the Criterion Collection from 2001, directed by Alfonso Cuarón. And this is a film from Mexico. It's in Spanish with English subtitles. It runs about 106 minutes, so much more accessible if you're looking for a shorter movie. But this is the ultimate road trip comedy, in my opinion. It's a road trip comedy that has a lot of heart behind it as well. The ending of this movie is one of the best endings, I think, in film history. It's a funny movie. It's heartwarming. It's sexy. It will make you horny, very likely. It's so incredible. It's just like A Brighter Summer Day. It has all those elements to me that make movies special, and this has it. So I really adore this movie. I did a whole video where I talked about this movie for like 15 minutes. So if you want more in-depth thoughts, You can go find that video on the channel, but I adore this movie. So this is another one of my favorite summer watches, and it's one that I watch every single summer. All right, that's gonna kind of wrap up this video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, a bit of a change of plans for today. I do plan on seeing The Bike Riders in theaters. I will have to kind of adjust my schedule to make it work now since the power went out on me. But I do plan on seeing The Bike Riders. There will be a video review for it. It will be late, unfortunately. I don't see a situation where I can watch it before the weekend or maybe even early next week. So stay tuned. I will be watching it. Also this weekend, Kinds of Kindness comes out, which is the newest film from Yorgos Lanthimos, who's one of my favorite directors. So I will also be attempting to see that movie. Fingers crossed, no weather situations on that day. But look forward to that movie review coming this weekend as well on the channel. So I'm excited to get back into some videos, and I hope you guys are excited too. If you are, hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day. Stay safe, stay cool, and I will see you guys later.